Good morning, and welcome to the Temple in Jerusalem. My name is Anna of Temple Tours. Pass on the information if you know of anybody else who would like a tour. All of us here at the Temple are Advent people, and I will be your Temple tour guide this morning. Now, I imagine some of you are here to worship, and some of you are just here to look around at the beautiful architecture. But inevitably, there is someone in every group that comes through the temple who doesn't know why they are here. Now, it's not because they got on the wrong tour bus, but because they feel lost and are looking for something. Now, the lost and found is over there if you really are looking for something you have lost, but if you feel lost and are looking for new life, meaning, and joy, well, you've come to the right place. This temple is full of the joy of the Lord. Now, I think I know what you're thinking. Joy? Really? What possible reasons do we have in Jerusalem to be joyful? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. Things are tough these days. I'm old enough to remember better times before the Romans, when Jerusalem was free. But those days are long over. When I was just a young woman, the Romans came and conquered Jerusalem. And since then, we've been a puppet state of Rome, ruled by King Herod. Now, I'm sure you've heard of him. And if you haven't, well, count yourself blessed. My mother always taught me, if you can't say anything nice, say nothing at all. So when it comes to Herod, I just keep my mouth shut and my head attached, if you know what I mean. What I will say is there is a lot of fear in Jerusalem these days, and yes, it can be hard to find joy in life. Trust me, I know what that's like. I wasn't always the joyful woman you see before you. There was a time when my joy had been taken away from me. After being married for only 7 years, my husband died suddenly, and I was alone. No children, no extended family. I had no one, and I thought I would never experience joy again. But then Simeon invited me to come and live and work here in the temple. Oh, I was a right old grouch back then. I'm amazed that the others here put up with me for so long, but gradually, as I worshiped, as I fasted and prayed, I began to find joy again. Or maybe I should say the joy of the Lord found me. Now, that doesn't mean I don't feel the pain of loss in my life. And it doesn't mean I'm immune to the fear and hardship we experience each day. But the joy of the Lord is more than just a superficial happiness. It's a sustaining energy that livens the soul and strengthens the body to face whatever the world might throw at us. I think it was Nehemiah who said, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." And those words have gotten me through a lot of tough times. They're why I've stayed all these years at the temple worshiping God day after day. Because celebrating and giving God thanks strengthens me for the journey ahead. Worshiping here has truly made me one of God's Advent people. Now, before we go off on our tour, can I quickly, I've never been known to do anything quick, can I quickly tell you some of the things that bring me the greatest joy? And you answer, thank you. Because you insist. Okay, the first is singing. Oh, we love to sing here. You just heard the beautiful choir singing. We love to sing psalms of thanksgiving, psalms of praise, psalms of remembrance, but also psalms of lament and confession. Being people of joy doesn't mean avoiding the sad and bad things in life. It means we bring all of ourselves to God, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And singing is a beautiful and holy way to do just that. Recently, we've had a couple new additions to our hymnal. Apparently, there have been some miraculous pregnancies lately. And there's nothing like a new baby on the way to inspire people to sing. This one is called the Song of Mary, and the choir took its song from the biblical verse here. My soul magnifies the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior. For he has looked with favor on the lowly state of his servant. Surely from now on, all generations will call me blessed. For the Mighty One has done great things for me, and holy is his name. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I'd really like to meet the amazing woman who wrote it one day. Her song fills me with such joy and makes me want to sing. Or maybe not. I said I love to sing, but I didn't say I was good at it. I certainly couldn't follow the choir. But it's not just singing that fills me with joy. It's also the people, like you, who come to worship. I love to mingle and meet everyone and hear their stories, their joys, and their fears. Share in their celebrations, and commiserate in their sorrows. Being here all the time means I know what people are going through, so I can pray for them, and they can pray for me. Lord knows we need it. And when we come together to worship, it reminds me that we're not alone. that God has surrounded us with a community of Advent people. You know, and when I heard this, it really struck home. Worship isn't a solo. It's a choir. It's a congregation, a whole heavenly host praising God together. And when we're together, I feel joy deep down in my heart. The last thing that brings me the greatest joy is when people bring their babies to be presented at the temple. As you know, I never had any children of my own. But because of this wonderful community, I'm known to so many wonderful children as old Grandma Anna, or Granna for short. I love each one of them as if they were my own. If I had a fridge, I'd keep a picture of every single one of them on it, like a proud grandmother should. It doesn't matter whether they come to the temple cooing or crying. Each sound they make brings joy to my soul. Each one of them is a blessing from God. I mean, how can you not feel God's gift of joy when you hold them and look into their big, beautiful eyes? You'll always find me talking about all the cute little babies who come through here. And one day, I know that God is going to send the one child we've been waiting for, God's chosen one. And what a joyful day that will be in the temple. We've been waiting for that day for a long time. Through times of celebration and joy, and times of pain and sorrow, we've been waiting. Oh, it can be hard to wait with joy. It can be hard to be Advent people of joy, which is why I'm here at the temple every day, singing God's praises, praying with my community, and welcoming all the little children who come, because these are the joys of the Lord, and the joy of the Lord gives me strength. So, let's get on with the tour, and maybe you'll find that you are all Advent people too.